Alright, hey guys, and welcome back to some more of the Puppeteer. So I have to actually say something. I have played some of this before, but for some reason my recording equipment just kind of like crapped out. So yeah. Anyway, let's just hop back into it. I'm gonna have to take my stuff to yeah, beginning. I'm gonna have to.
So the story continues.
Finally, I'm gonna have to take my stuff to game. The Best Buy.
No world is complete without a clock tower, and the moon is no exception. But the hands of this clock are not used to tell time. They are used to shape children's dreams. Light and dark decide if it's a quarter to a nightmare, or half past a daydream, or 10 till a rude awakening. To keep a stern watch over the clock, the moon goddess had chosen Mr. Pink. But that was before. When the white moonstone shattered, the clock spun into madness, and Mr. Pink went missing.
To bear or not to bear? Who is she, this witch who's after my moonstone? Why does she oppose me? She didn't have to steal Calabrus. She didn't have to pick on me like this. It's not fair. This is my moonsies. Nobody else can have it. Not that mean witch, that awful hag. Whoever she is, she's mean and I hate her. Have I seen her somewhere? Yes, that would explain it. Who is she? Where have I met her before? Wait. Yes, Rika. Of course. You're done, hag. Checkmate.
Kataro, look out! These cards are about to fall!
Cushioning Kotaro's fall was a strange garden constructed like a maze. Primly precise hedges were prankishly preventing Kotaro's progression. Of course, Kotaro had prudently come pre-equipped with the proper pruners.
Really, I hope you're happy with yourself. I went through all that trouble to hide myself, but what's the point exactly if you're going to march into my garden and mercilessly slip away at my disguise? I might as well be wearing a lampshade. I mean, I'd probably itch less, not that you care.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be talking much because he talks a lot in this part. Just FYI.
Gratitude? Kataro just like saved you. Do you have any idea who he is?
Lost soul, rightful bearer of Calabrus, hero of the moon. Yes, all very obvious, very clear to the naked eye. But, you see, that's why I'm getting pernickety. You're being far too reckless. You probably ride your bicycle at night without a helmet. And do you really expect to defeat the Moon Bear King like that? Really? But never mind, what's done is done. Milk spilt, not crying. Moving on, corrective measures can be taken. Proverbial mop for the proverbial dairy disaster, yes? Now, introductions. The name's Galahagrid Mulberry Times a Wasting. Goddess-appointed Warden of the Land of Time, Clock Tower / Watchman / General Manager of what we call Dream Time, etc. ad infinitum. I know, lots of information to digest, probably didn't catch it, just call me GMT. It's a pun, clever, you see. This is going right over your head, isn't it? Your mothers didn't read to you much, poor things. Forget it then, you can call me Mr. Pink.
Mr. Pink? Okay, so, like, why were you hiding in a bush again?
Must we go over every detail? Clock's ticking, sand trickling out of the hourglass. Come on now. Fine, here we go. Class is in session. Have a seat, or stand, or hover, whatever. Basically, this all started with dreams. The goddess, because she's rather smart, decided that there should be a certain parity, that means equality, in how we interact with children in their dreams, which of course led to the construction of the clock tower, built by a watchmaker by the name of...
For crying out loud! Can you just give us the abridged version? Ugh, you talk faster than most sane people think, and we've got a lot to do.
Shameful, simply lamentable, the attitude of our young people today, shrugging aside the weighty implications of their history and heritage, demanding instant gratification, reading spoilers of movies they haven't yet seen. Dreadful, this kind of rapid culture death. Just give the Moon Bear King the edge, you know?
No, us dying of boredom will give him the edge.
Oh. Oh, great.
Hey, so, like, why were you hiding in the bush again?
Must we go over every detail? Clocks ticking, sand trickling out of the hourglass. Come on now. Fine, here we go. Class is in session. Have a seat, or stand, or hover, whatever. Basically, this all started with dreams. The goddess, because she's rather smart, decided that there should be a certain parity, that means equality, in how we interact with children in their dreams, which of course led to the construction of the clock tower, built by a watchmaker by the name of...
For crying out loud! Can you just give us the abridged version? Ugh, you talk faster than most sane people think, and we've got a lot to do.
Shameful, simply
I'm just gonna let them talk.
The attitude of our young people today, shrugging aside the weighty implications of their history and heritage, demanding instant gratification, reading spoilers of movies they haven't yet seen. Dreadful, this kind of rapid culture death. Just give the Moon Bear King the edge, you know?
No, us dying of boredom will give him the edge. Come on, don't tell me the great Mr. Pink doesn't know how to be concise. Get with the times! You're a bird. Don't you know how to think? 140 characters or less. Go.
That clock controls when children dream. Stop. Only I can operate it in the goddess's absence. Stop. I hid from @MBK to keep him from using it for evil. Stop.
140! Well done. So, the Moon Bear King is after your clock. Wait, what does he want with a clock? Can't he buy a watch?
I have to explain that too? All right.
20 words or less.
He wants to permanently stop with the clock hands at midnight, but he needs me to do it.
Great. That does sound bad. What happens if the hands stop at midnight?
Dreamtime will be frozen at the darkest hour, never to flow again. In short...
Yes, please.
Let me do this. You actually get to choose with this one. Oh. Sweet. Okay, let's let him continue. I kind of died a lot on this last part. I'm gonna try to not do that. Let's go up. And... woo! Alright, got it.
Oh no! Mr. Pink!
Harry! If the Moon Bear King uses me to stop that clock, we're all...
And for once, Mr. Pink was at a loss for words. The last guardian of the clock tower was in Rooster's clutches, and the Moon Bear King was poised to plunge all the Earth's children into an eternal nightmare.
And let's jump up here. Gets it.
Couturier dashed through the verdant labyrinth, determined to free Mr. Pink from the diabolical General Rooster.
And let me slam this.
Quickly,
I
lad,
got it.
you must emancipate me, which, as you know, more or less derived from Latin, meaning deliver from the hands of. Idest, you must free me from General Rooster's talons. He doesn't have hands, and thereby render me liberated. Yes! Now,
Hey,
freedom
it
may
came
seem
to life.
subjective, however...
The land of times, Topiary Garden was a magical place.
Hey, Gags, can't you move any faster? I am in trouble, you know. I mean, you've got stumpy appendages, but a bit of urgency ought to compensate for walking rate. Unless you've already written me off as a disposable character. Yes, well, I have a few things to say about that.
Oh my gosh! Talk! Kataro's gonna ditch you if you don't stop polluting the air with your noise. Nobody likes a wisecracking motor mouth who flies around and tells people what to do. Trust me, I deal with people like that all the time.
I have a feeling our beloved audience knows exactly. On through the verdant labyrinth, Couturier.
We're up, I died. Please don't restart me at the... Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Actually, that's not bad.
On through the verdant labyrinth Couturier dashed as Mr. Pink...
What in blazes is taking so long? It's your fault I'm even in this predicament, you
The
and your...
garden stretched
snip,
on
snip, why don't I
endlessly.
slice up Mr. Pink's
I see
disguise
we've
and ruin
upgraded
everything
to
and destroy the world because I
dinosaurs.
feel like
A
it?
triceratops! Oh, hurry! Trim that hedge! Yes! Couturier found himself astride a triceratops, second only to the T-Rex
Whoa!
and the dinosaur
It's
top
sharp.
40!
And multiply!
Have you got your ends and your means mixed up? Because in the end, you need to rescue me, and that means you have to hurry! Do you see what I did there?
Would you just shut up while Kataro hooks you loose?
Alas,
well, I tried.
the twisted topiary topography was making Mr. Pink's rescue rather difficult.
Nailed it. I'm side itches.
Have a spot of tea, hun. In fact, have the whole leopard.
Don't be ridiculous. Leopard spots aren't made of tea. They're made of a special pigmentation that, in actual fact, is...
Couturier found himself an unwilling guest at General Rooster's afternoon tea. But there was no time to sit back and nibble on pastries. He had to leap from table to table just to keep up with his host.
Go on. Don't let the tea get cold. You have all the time in the world.
Oh yeah, tons.
Couturier sheared a path along General Rooster's trail of feathers and moved to the next table. It's important that these sorts of functions can make the rounds and socialize a bit. One can't be rude and keep to oneself. Biscuits and fruit, cold cuts and scones. It all looked scrumptious. But a party is more than just eating.
Alright guys, well I'm gonna end it here. That's it for this, the Puppeteer part. I'll see y'all in the next one, and yeah, bye!